Welcome back. So till now we were only writing and appending files. In this lecture let us talk about how to read content from a file. So I took a demo file and added some content. So this is my demo file in the same exact directory. So I have some 10 line of code. You are reading line number 1 and then following till line number 10. So I need to write a code to read these objects and print in my own format, or print some selected words or play with list. We'll be doing that. So remember, to read a file we need to use R, and the second thing is we have to follow same structure. Open a file, read it, do some R task and then close it. So we can use either with or the variable file handler method. Let me use my fh, then open, then my file name and then my mode name. That's done. Now I have opened my file. I can read it with the help of my read method. Use your file handler, then read. That's done, and all I have to do is close. Things look fine. I will be using terminal at this point of time because it would be hard to print everything here. I just need to drag this up and down every time. So let me minimize this and open my terminal. Here is my terminal. Let me move to correct directory and just run this one. You see, I haven't got any result. Why? Because I have read the content but it is stored in this particular object only. So either I need to print this object or store that in variable, do something with it. Let me print this one and run in my terminal. Now I got my result that I was expecting. So at currently my read is actually gaining all the content that is available in my demo.txt. But what if I just need to get my first line or my first few character? So we can do that. So here if I pass 3, that means it would give me a result of starting 3 character. Let me run this one here. You see, I got a result of U. Let me try this one again. Let me print 10 character. Now what you are seeing as a result, we are getting result from U and then something else. That is because of our pointer. With the first line, with the first read, we left our pointer after 3 characters. And after that, with our second read, we started from this pointer and then read till our 10 characters. So it is exactly space, then 3, then space, that is our total 5, and then read I, that is 5. So that's how we are following pointer, and that is why it is really important. So that's where I need to focus on. Let us use more methods that are related to read. We have tried about reading our characters. The second thing is you can use read line. This will actually give you the result of that particular line for your current pointer. Let me run this one. You see, I got a result of U and the remaining thing that was available in my line. Let me remove this one. Now my pointer will be at the starting line. Run this one again. I got my first line as my result. Things look fine. What if I try to print this for several times? Run this one again. You see, my pointer is following that. So that's how you can print each line. But what if I need to print lines? We can also do that. We can use lines. It will return a result of list. Let me run this one. You see, I got everything in my list. And then with the list I can use my indexing. So if I print 0, now with the list each line is converted into one element of list. So if I print index 0, that means our first line. If I print index 1, that is my second line. Let me take that demo, print here. You see, I am printing my index 0 and I got a result of first line. So each line is converted into one element of list. And I can play with that. So all the method that was applicable on my list will be applicable now. I can do a split. I can check out its length. So it would return the total elements that are in my list. There are 10. And if I pass my index here, that is maybe my first line, then it would give me the length of that line. So that is 23. You can play with list and you can also play with files all day. The next thing I want to talk about is what if I take a for loop as an example again. So just remove this one, take a for. Now think what is going to happen, because at this point of time I am directly printing line from my object, that is my file handler. Let me run this one. I got my result. So I am printing my each line with the help of this loop. So the first line, then the second line, then the third line, then the fourth line. I can also apply split here. Give the character by which I need to split that. Let me give a space. Now remember, I am going to get a result in the form of list. Run this one. I got my list. I can even find the length. All I have to do is pass on the length. Run this one again. I got my result of 5 as the number of elements that are present in that list. So that's how you can play. You can also do one great thing. You can read from one file and then write in another file. Want to do that? Let us do. So I have first file object in my file handler fh. I will create a second one as kt and I would open a second file. I would give a name of test.txt and then I will pass a write method. Now what I have to do is I need to read from demo.txt and now I am writing into my test.txt. Let me try that with only one line. So what do you think I am going to get a result? It executed. Check out my test.txt. You see, I got my first line. Now you can play with that all day long. So that's how we can play with different files. That's how we are going to take different result. What I have done here is I just used a kt.write. That means I'm using file handler for test.txt and using my file handler for demo.txt for reading and writing in my kt. Here one thing you need to notice that I miss out kt.close. And also remember we can use that second method with the help of with. So I hope now you understand about file handling. We can do a lot more thing. I hope by now you understand the basic thing of reading, writing, appending. And also there are two other modes. The first one is W plus and the second one is R plus. The only difference with them is instead of R we can use R plus. Then with the same command we can also read, we can also write. At currently with R I can just read. W plus means I can read, I can write. With W I can just write. But there is change of pointers, so you can play with them. I hope you understand about file handling. Thank you for following all the lectures till now, and I am sure you are going with pretty well speed and also you are learning a lot. So see you in the next one. We'll be talking a lot more interesting thing.